Kyle, guess who's coming to town?
Santa,
and guess what he brought with him? Cinematic Sports Fanatics. My name's Alex.
I'm Kyle.
Oh, and Berkeley's up there. He's not feeling well, but he will be feeling well soon once he hears the podcast. Kyle, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. You know, school's almost over. Go to winter break. It's going to be nice.
That it is. Plus, we had some monumental college football news.
UF is worse than Florida State, so it's another college football year.
Yeah, but they're going to the SEC playoffs, right? Doesn't that mean something?
They're in a weak SEC East, and they're going to get spanked by Bama, so good for them.
Hey, listen, let's not diddle-daddle.
Okay.
Let's not.
What's on the movie docket for December?
For the movie docket, let's first start talking about Star Trek.
Mm-hmm, my favorite.
Have you ever seen anything Star Trek related before?
Never. Could I tell you a single fact about that?
Well, there's a guy with ears, and they're quite pointed. He's a Vulcan, and his name is Spock. Live long and prosper.
And prosper, right? Yeah, I knew that part.
Yeah, the actor who portrayed him in the TV show, Leonard Nimoy, passed away this year.
Oh, okay.
And he was a good man. He was a good guy. And they're making this isn't necessarily cinematic film news, but they're making a new TV show. And I think it's interesting to talk about it because right now there is a thriving movie series. You have the first movie that came out in 2009. The second movie came out in 2013, I believe. And I'm wondering if this show, which is being produced on CBS, I'm wondering, what does this mean for the movies? Will this be a tie-in to the movies? Yeah, it's a show.
So like an hour-long show?
I believe it would be an hour long. The old TV shows were, I think they were half an hour, but I think they would be an hour, though. I think that's what they would do.
I mean, again, Star Trek is one of those things that, like, no matter how it is, it's going to be watched by their dedicated, loyal fans.
Yeah, which there are quite a few of them. And something interesting, which I don't know how I feel about this, comes out in 2017, and it's only going to be available on CBS All Access, which is their
no one's ever even heard of that.
Yeah, so CBS, get your...
Yeah.
CBS, get your shit together, okay? Because honestly... Shit. CBS. Shit.
So what is it, like a Hulu thing?
Yeah, but it's like only CBS shows. Like, that's
so
stupid.
Like 2.5 Men and stuff? That's over.
Yeah.
I don't really like any CBS shows.
No, I don't watch anything.
Oh, is that
Big Bang Theory?
Oh, God.
Big Bang
Don't
Theory.
come on the show.
Big Bang
Except
Theory.
Kaylee Cuoco.
She could come, but have you seen her hair?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. You know the other blonde, Bernadette? She's like the Howard's.
No.
She's pretty not bad.
No.
But that's just a little something on Star Trek. I thought it was interesting. Happened earlier in last month. And for those of you that actually watch this show, which I'm probably talking to Raul right now. Raul, how are you doing? You've been pressing me for this. Here it is. I hope you're happy with it. We're a little bit late. We're late. We're humans. We make mistakes. I should not have opened the blinds. People can see us. This is weird.
Whatever.
Should we close them?
No.
All right. So let's move on to the next.
We're literally
piece of
putting
news.
this on the internet so people can see what we're doing right now.
Okay. Let's move on to the next news.
Next news.
Have you seen my beard? It's a little hairy, isn't it? Harry Potter prequel. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Is that on your outline, or did you just come up with that?
No, I just came up with it.
Okay.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is a prequel to Harry Potter. That's coming
like a movie?
out. Yep, it's a movie. It's based on in the Harry Potter franchise. There is a book in like the movies. There's a book that the students used called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This movie, this prequel, is about the guy who wrote that book.
So they're draining every aspect.
But here's the thing. This is kind of interesting. I think this is a little interesting.
Does it delve more into his parents? I've always wondered into the story about his parents.
I don't think it will. But I don't mind that. I would actually prefer they don't delve into the parents because I don't want them to like, I feel pregnant. Hey, if it's a boy, let's call it Harry.
Not what I mean. Like their death and stuff.
Oh. I don't think it will. I think they explained the death fairly well in the last film.
So is this perceived well by the Harry Potter fanatics?
I think I would say so. I think the Harry Potter fanatics, who are like me, film fanatics, cinematic fanatics, they I think they like this. EW released a couple of pictures from of what I'm blanking on the name now. Eddie Redmayne, who I don't know if you're familiar with anything he's ever done, but he's playing this guy Newt something, and Newt Salamander or something like that, and I think he's an American witch, or I think they're all called witch. A wizard. What am I talking
He's
about?
an American witch.
He's an American witch. You're a witch, Harry. But he's playing the main guy. He looks pretty cool. Like you should check out the pictures.
I've heard the Eddie Redmayne name.
Yeah,
Really
I don't know what you would know him from. He hasn't done anything really mainstream.
Okay.
But he's an Oscar-winning actor, so that's good. That's always good. Talent.
Like Leo, right?
Get out. It's too soon. But speaking of someone who Little Mermaid with Chloe Grace Moretz. Do you know who Chloe Grace Moretz is?
No.
Do you know who the Little Mermaid is?
Yeah.
Little Mermaid. Let's get a little political here for a second. This is a film about a girl who trades in her voice, which is her own, to appeal to a man. It's kind of if you look at it, deconstructingly, it's kind of a shitty message.
I mean,
just like
that's whatever.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's a movie. Like
it is a movie, but
it's not. I mean, it's not. That's like saying,
children
like,
consume this.
Yeah, but that's. I mean, are children gonna want to become mermaids now?
Yeah, for the longest time.
But like, I know they want to. But like,
believe me,
has that been a problem in society though?
I think a little. I think it's a negative message that the Little Mermaid has been sending. And
to me, that's nitpicky though. That's like
it's a little. It's a little. But like, I would say there's feminists, and then there's just like. They should have done something a little more. I think they could have handled the character and all that a little better.
So I'm sure I've seen the movie, but like, is that the main plot that she changes for a guy?
Yeah, that's kind of it. And
I mean, I guess I can see that.
There should be a little more to her, just a little bit more. Give me a little more to her. And Disney's making a live action adaptation, which for the life of me, I don't see how this works.
So it's not animated?
No, it's real people. How is that going to work? Like, I think it's going to look a little ridiculous. But Chloe Grace Moretz, which you say you don't know who she is, you will know who she is.
Okay.
Oh, you will know. I would not mind seeing her as a mermaid.
So you're saying I would change my voice for her?
I would change my entirely and everything about me for her. She's probably when I make it in Hollywood. She is someone I will seek out. Although, okay, she's 18. She's 18. It's good. It's good. She was born a day after me, February 10th.
Oh, okay.
So
I know.
we would have great. Hey, Chloe, if you're watching, one birthday, two birthday. Think about it. One giant bash. Come on, Chloe, come on the show and meet me in person. That's her. She's awesome. She's really awesome.
I'm not as into her as you are.
Here's the thing, though. It's a little creepy because the first movie I saw her in, she was a young kid.
War of the Worlds?
No, you're thinking of, I think it's Abigail Breslin in that. Okay. I'm probably wrong about that, but that's what I'm going with. She was in Kick-Ass.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And she was young.
She's a badass in that movie.
Yeah, but she was young. She was saying profane words. And maybe I never thought she was attractive in that. Because she was a little kid,
yeah.
But she really grew into.
Well, no, actually, because when that came out, we were somewhat close to 15, so I think it would have been okay.
It was still a little too much for me. It was a little too much to handle. Although,
yeah, I agree.
Kick-Ass too. She got puberty. Puberty works well on people, but this is happening. She's cast as Ariel, the mermaid. I mean, she's a good actress. I think she could probably pull it off. Whatever there is to pull off.
Is that something you think you would pay to see? Yeah. I'm on a no on that one.
That's fine. I'm interested. I want to know how they do things. If you're watching right now, click pause, watch Under the Sea, come back and resume because it'll make you feel better about what you're doing in life and who you are and who you will eventually become. Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Next on tap.
Do you go to the beach?
Occasionally.
Do you go
I like
to the
it at
bay?
nighttime.
Do you go to the bay ever?
Yeah.
I like watching the bay. Baywatch.
Okay, I could talk about this.
There's a movie coming out, Baywatch. I believe it was a TV show with David Hasselhoff and
90210. right? Carmen Electra.
Yes. What does 90210 mean?
That's like the area code
Oh, yeah.
of Baywatch, right?
Okay.
I think.
That might even be a show. It sounds so familiar. But like 90210. Not
Okay,
Baywatch. Baywatch is a show. But so they're making a reboot. Zac Efron and The Rock, our boy, is in the show, in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, in the movie. I think it's a nice pairing. You know, they both have awesome bodies because they're gonna obviously have their shirts off. I think they're both funny in different ways. Rock's
very
has
limited
great
as an
charisma.
actor, in my opinion.
He is a little limited. He has charisma though.
When I was watching Ballers, like it's just the same thing, like over and over.
Yeah, no, I agree. There is a limitation to what he can do, but this is in his wheelhouse, I think.
Okay.
I
and
think
then who's
he
the
can.
girl? You told me like 5 minutes ago.
Alexandra Daddario has
Okay,
been cast
yeah.
in Baywatch. She's
very talented.
is stunning, and she is a good actress. She is a genuinely good actress. This is definitely something that I'm very happy to hear because it gives me a reason to see the film.
Exactly.
Gives me maybe more than one reason to see the film, but you know how that gets. Let me tell you one thing about Alexandra Daddario, though. You know how I said I would change everything about me for Chloe Grace Moretz?
Yeah.
Doubled.
You would change yourself twice for her.
Twice for her. I would change myself to
If
someone else.
if you
and then
changed
once
yourself
more.
and then she didn't like it.
I would do it again.
Yeah.
I would do it again. And Alexandra Daddario is one of those people that I saw her in Percy Jackson when she was young and not evolved. And I try not to think about those days because it's not good thinking. It's bad thinking, and it'll get you in trouble. But I'm looking forward to the film solely for that. I'm sure it's not going to be a great film, but that's just how I feel.
I'd probably see that, honestly.
Yeah,
Yep.
would you?
Yep.
Would you? Gun to your head.
Gun in my head, probably would.
Good. Well, speaking of guns,
Trailers.
there's a couple of them in these trailers.
Yep.
We got a lot of trailers this month, so I really want to.
And I've actually seen them.
I made
'Cause
Kyle
we
watch
actually
them.
did some prep for this.
I wanted Kyle to see them, so we have a nice little back and forth. And I'm a little more knowing of most of these, but there's one that I think Kyle could probably talk to me about more than I could. But let's start off with the Warcraft
Let's do that one last,
trailer.
actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Warcraft trailer.
Okay.
Is first. This is based on the game Warcraft. Also, the game Warcraft turned into World of Warcraft. They're similar, but this is more based on Warcraft, which is a little different than World of Warcraft. The trailer looks okay.
From the outside, non-cinematic fanatic perspective, it looked so generic in the whole, like, there's a kingdom.
Yeah.
There's people that aren't like us.
Yeah.
There's a dark force coming.
Yeah.
It just seemed generic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
There's
like
a
you
lot
said,
of CGI.
yeah.
A lot of CGI, which, I mean, what do you, I guess in that case, like, what am I expecting? They're all like,
I
they're
feel like
orcs.
a little bit of a younger generation than us. They enjoy it and they like.
I'd say,
are used to it now.
even younger generation will be fine with the CGI. There's a lot of people that love Warcraft, a lot of big fan base.
Exactly, another example of they could put whatever they want out, and
Yeah.
these kids are gonna go see it.
And honestly, if the characters are compelling, I will find myself liking the film. I didn't hate the trailer by any means.
It's probably like in the 7 range if it's good, right? Or
The
does it have
trailer?
No, like if
like a 7 out of 10 for the movie. If I had to
it has
predict
potential to be higher than that.
no.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying.
wait. Actually, no. The director, Doug Jones, he did 2 fantastic films, and he could knock this one out of the park. Maybe it's possible. So I could see it maybe going as good as an 8, but it could be as low as like a 3.
All right, what we're gonna do for the trailers, like we said, is interest level 1 to 10. So
Yeah.
for me, I'm gonna give it a 2.
Interest level. I'll give it a 6 interest level.
Okay.
Yeah. But let's move on to something that I'll probably give a 2 interest level.
Mm-hmm.
Alice Through the Looking Glass. What's wrong with you, Disney? We don't want this film. Put it back.
Yeah.
Put it back.
I take back 1 to 10. I give a 0.
Okay.
On this one.
Hey, I'll give it a 0 too, just because I didn't like the first Alice in Wonderland, and I'm certainly not going to like this one. I'm making a
Johnny
prejudgment.
Depp looks so weird in the trailer. Oh my gosh. Is that how
Like-
he looked in the first one?
Yeah. And I mean, I'm fine with Johnny Depp doing Johnny Depp weird characters, but like, It kind of
Doesn't watch
looks.
his movies.
It kind of looks like he's phoning it in. I know. I feel like we say that almost every month.
I mean, that's like the only thing I know about him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. There's a video of him on someone's talk show. I think the Graham Norton show, where he talks about his daughter, and I think she's going through. I think she might have a disease or something, and he gets really emotional about it.
He's always come off very pretentious to me.
I think he's a very like, he doesn't do well in crowds. That's the thing. He's not a good person in front of a crowd, which is not ironic because, I mean, when he's doing a film, he's not in front of a crowd. He's in front of a crew of people, but it's like he's on his own universe. Yeah. He's just not a people person. But
yeah, as far as the trailer, I mean, it just didn't look interesting to me at all.
Talk about excessive CGI.
I don't think that's going to do very well in the box office, if I had to guess.
You know what? The first one did very well. It made a lot of money, so I would not be surprised if this one did very well too. But guess what? It came out like many years ago, so we'll see. If you're watching this right now, don't see this film. I rarely say that. Don't see this film. Let's make Hollywood make better films.
It's a 0-0 for us on the
interest. 0-0.
All right.
Double digits. Let's talk about Concussion.
Okay. I found it crazy that this trailer was on like ESPN and stuff during NFL games. Obviously, I mean, anyone that denies that NFL or football in general as a game doesn't cause brain injuries if not handled correctly is just living in like the 1940s. Mm-hmm. But with that said, they're getting paid well and they choose to go into this profession. And there's always going to be, we've passed the threshold of NFL not being a thing. Yeah. There's always going to be a demand for it. Mm-hmm. So, I guess it's okay with all the stuff coming out, that this movie's coming out, but like, I watched the trailer and it made it seem like the NFL was like tracking them to kill them about this. Yeah, like, that's not.
It seems very one-sided.
Make Goodell look like the devil.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, being an NFL fan, like I'm not like happy with the movie, but I mean, it's it's key for people to understand that. See, like my mom never let me play football because of concussions, and that was back. I would have started in like 2002. So like I never got to. And I mean, I'm fine with that. And there's a lot of parents that, do that now.
Yeah, it's understandable.
As a movie, I mean, I heard what's his name?
Will Smith.
Will Smith gave a really good performance.
Will Smith, looking at the film as a film, just, purely as a film, Will Smith, it looks like he gives a pretty compelling performance, which is what I expect from Will Smith. He's a great actor. His accent is fantastic because it doesn't seem like an accent. It doesn't seem seems very real. Yeah. It seems very genuine. The way the trailer makes this film seem is it's a very generic film, and this is what I think it'll end up being. I think it'll be maybe a well done film, but very generic. And I think something like this topic, you kind of need to show both sides, and I think it looks a little too one sided. So
interest level for me is an 8, just based on I want to see how the perception of the NFL is portrayed in the movie. I'd
probably give this a 6, and I'll probably check it out if reviews hold up. I think it's sitting at a pretty 65% on Rotten, but yeah. So that's Concussion, and let's move on to a movie that I think looks absolutely breathtaking, Anomalisa.
Yeah, I mean, the trailer, I just watched, it's like stop motion. Very interesting. I like that it doesn't really give away the plot of the movie, which is my biggest pet peeve of trailers. Mm-hmm. Alex said it's got amazing reviews. It's something I'll definitely see just because of the uniqueness, I'd say. It's kind of like I've never heard of a stop motion being that serious. Yeah. Maybe Mary and Max, but that was kind of like...
But that's also like a little like whimsical.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids can maybe watch it. This looks next level. I think this could end up being my favorite film of 2015. Comes out December 30th. Trailer blew me away. It deals with very real things, but nothing in it is real. It's stop motion. It's a fantasy world created, but it's dealing with such humanity. I think it looks absolutely brilliant.
It said on the trailer the most human picture of the year without a human in it.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd go 10 just based on the uniqueness.
Hey, I go 10. I get 10 for Anomalisa. I don't know if I said that right. Are we going to have a problem here? Captain America Civil War. This is a movie I'm very much looking forward to. One of the many comic book movies that are coming out next year. The trailer came out maybe a week or two ago. I think it actually was a week ago on Kimmel. Looks great. Talk about a nice blend of CGI and live action, and it looks like it has a good story to tell. What do you think?
If you watch the show at all or know me, you know I don't really do superhero stuff.
Damn right.
Yeah, I mean, my main question when I watched the trailer was what's the relationship between the bad guy and Captain America? Because apparently they were friends.
Winter Soldier, that is.
Winter
Bucky
Soldier.
Barnes. It's a complicated relationship. It'd be hard to explain it in a few words, but it
looks somewhat well made for people that are interested. For me, an interest would be 3.
Okay, it's admirable. I'd give it a 9, not a 10, but a 9, because I'm looking forward to it. And then someone else who was battling someone else. Batman v Superman. This week we got a nice little teaser thing on Monday, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. I didn't show you that because I didn't want to bog you down too much with this, but that was awesome. Last night the actual trailer came out, and it was good, but it showed way too much.
Hate that. The worst thing you can
do. Last 30 seconds. Now, I have not seen the film. You have not seen the film. No one's seen the film. Maybe they didn't show way too much. Maybe we think they showed way too much. I choose to believe that they wouldn't purposefully hurt our perceptions of the film by putting out too much footage beforehand. But to me, it looked like they put way too much out. I wish they kept it, close between Batman and Superman, because that stuff was awesome. Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor looked cool.
As far as the two, I don't really like Ben Affleck as Batman personally.
That's fine.
I mean, I don't
You're
really
entitled
have
to
the
your
best
opinion
for that. And then the glasses on Superman in that trailer were ridiculous. They were like, when there's like a teenage girl trying to wear those preppy glasses and they're huge.
Yeah.
And you're like, why are you wearing those big glasses?
Yeah, it's
how
Superman he is in the comics.
Went to Hot Topic.
Yeah. He wears those in the comics, so they're trying to,
That big though?
Yeah.
See, I would ones like us, like the glasses we're wearing.
Yeah.
They were bigger and wider.
Yeah.
He looked like
he's a big guy.
Like a 10th grade literary teacher.
Yeah.
With her crazy glasses.
It helps him conceal the identity.
I'd give this a 5 based on just the two big superheroes fighting.
Yeah. I give the trailer itself probably I'm excited for the film, don't get me wrong, but the trailer itself I give a 6 or a 7 just because you really need to cut back and not show that much footage. So
I agree with that 100%.
Also Affleck, come on the show. You too, Cavill, but Affleck, come on. You know you want to. And our last 2 trailers, Zoolander 2.
Oh, I'll definitely see this. 10 out of 10 for me. And I know the trailer didn't look that. The trailer looked basic.
Is all.
And it won't be as good as the first one. But I mean, I love the first one, so I'm just based on that. I'm going to see it. So.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree. This is the right comedy to turn into a sequel. The first film was ridiculous, but hilarious.
Yeah.
This looks ridiculous and hilarious too. I really hope they know not to take things too seriously. I hope they don't maybe retreat plot points from the first one. I hope it's a new story. I hope they don't have too many callbacks. Just a little.
Sure, there'll be a new face that they build up, and it's
oh my god,
that's
please.
the big joke you have there.
That'd be great.
10 out of 10, definitely.
I give it a 8 or 9. Yeah, up there. And last but certainly not least, let me just find what are we talking about? Oh, Finding Dory.
Oh God, 10.
Listen, I'm excited for the film. I am. Something about this trailer.
The trailer was weird.
I don't think they should have released this trailer.
It was so anticlimactic for me. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but I mean, Finding Nemo is one of my favorite movies of all time, still to this day. I remember the day I went and saw it with my mom in New York. It was an amazing movie. Yep. I love it. It's basically the movie of our childhood as a generation, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe Toy Story, but for me, it's Finding Nemo.
Oh, Toy Story. Finding Dory trailer should not have come out now. I think it literally came out so that people
build
were
the hype.
aware.
But I mean, the hype was already there, though.
Oh, the hype is real.
I think it almost plateaued the hype.
I really think that's the case. And there's a scene in the trailer where she's just like, oh, I thought of something new. Got to go find my parents. I hope that's not what happens in the film. I hope there's more of a build up to her wanting to find.
I also want to see the pelican. He's my favorite character.
And you know who I want to see? Mine.
Yeah, they'll definitely be in there.
Wait, are they pelicans?
No, those are
not seagulls. Oh, I get them mixed up.
Pelican's the guy that carries them, and he's a bro, and he's like,
you know the dentist.
Yeah.
from the first Finding Nemo. He sounds like, "Hey Gary, hey Gary, what you doing, Gary?"
I hated that little girl in the dentist office.
Oh my god! Oh, she better be in it.
Two girls I irrationally hated when I was young in those little movies are that girl and the girl from Monsters Inc.
Oh, you shut your mouth. Oh, she's adorable.
I was like,
she's adorable.
She was such
you
a
have no
whiny-
heart.
I hated her.
I don't want to talk about films right now because of what you said. I want to talk about
10 out of
sports.
10, Finding Dory. Definitely seeing it.
I'll give it an 8.
All right, hold on. Burke's got to walk through the camera.
No. Oh, no. Get out of here. Get out of here. Don't bother coming back. You're not welcome anymore.
All right, so
The bad man has gone.
Lot going on right now. It's a very good time in sports. I'll start first off with baseball because it's just a little bit of information. Free agency
Please do.
just started. Marlins have a new manager, so we'll see how that goes. As long as our owner's alive, we're not going to be very good, I don't think. But we hired Barry Bonds. You know who Barry Bonds is?
Barry Bonds.
The guy with the steroids. Hit a lot of home runs.
Hey.
We hired him as a hitting coach.
Steroids are good for you.
I think that'll be a risky move. But the one thing I wanted to talk about is people always complain about, how much people make playing sports. And I think that's a very valid complaint.
They make too much?
2 days ago, a pitcher who has as many playoff wins as you and I.
Oh, so
0.
Wait. You're assuming a little too much. I have one win.
Got a 7-year, $217 million contract. Now, I saw a tweet that showed the amount of seconds in the next 7 years, and it's like $230 million. So he's going to be making like a little under $1 a second for the next 7 years. So which averages out to about $10,000 a pitch when he pitches and like $1 million per start. So he could go out there and suck and make that much money. Wow. It's such a ridiculous contract, but I mean that's how it is. So, how do you feel about that? Do you think sports people get paid too much?
I think maybe certain ones, like in that case, people in sports put their lives on the line. Because when you think about it, the later parts of their lives, they're not going to be like they're going to have problems. Mm-hmm. They're going to suffer some sort of
it's a short-term benefit. But I mean, you have to be passionate to do it.
Yeah, much. So I say they have certain people deserve that payday.
But do you think that payday crosses a threshold?
Yes,
I think it does. I think that's a ridiculous contract.
I think they need I think
especially he's going to play in the game every 5 days.
Wow.
He doesn't play every day. He's a pitcher. So that's what makes it even more ridiculous. So actually what we started from the beginning, college football. I want to hear your predictions for this. I'll give you the options of who it could be. So remember last year how we made the playoff and lost to Oregon? So that like this year there's a playoff. Mm-hmm. And we had a good year for, being a rebuilding, no quarterback.
Who, the Knowles?
The
Knowles.
We had a good year.
Yeah, we had a pretty good week too.
We're on the outside looking in as far as the playoff. So the playoff is going to come down to, it needs to come down to 4 teams. Mm-hmm. Clemson's number 1, Alabama's number 2, Oklahoma's number 3, and Iowa's number 4.
I'm going to say Clemson.
But Clemson has to play UNC this week.
Okay.
And I think UNC is going to beat Clemson.
Really?
So Clemson gets beat. I think Alabama kills Florida because Florida doesn't have an offense, which we'll get to. I think Oklahoma makes the playoff because they're going to win. Mm-hmm. Or they don't have to play again, really. And then I think Michigan State beats Iowa and gets into the playoff. So my playoff is Alabama, Oklahoma, Michigan State, and Ohio State.
Okay. That's bold, dare I say.
Who are you talking to?
Austin. We were supposed to watch a movie tonight, but that's not happening, is it, Austin? I might have to consult.
So yeah, Ep.4 State. Did you watch that game?
I did. It's the first college football game this year that I watched from beginning to end thoroughly.
Mm-hmm. You know who didn't watch it from beginning to end, probably?
Probably every Gators fan ever.
And the ones that were at the stadium, because they probably left early because their team's such shit.
Yeah. Hey, let me preface this by saying we're talking about football. We're not talking about your school. Because after the game, I was on Yik Yak, and I snuck a peek at UF's little yak, and they were just trashing like, well, at least our GPA is better. Listen, we're talking about football. Okay, don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
Don't even get me started on that because it's not even like they're like.
Yeah, you guys aren't. Yeah, you guys aren't the Harvard of the South. You guys are a good school. We're a good school. Let's be friends. Let's make love.
No.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on.
Honestly, I was agitated. They got 2 points. Tell Austin to wait, dude.
I'm sorry.
I was agitated. They got 2 points because I wanted the shutout, and the only way they scored is because their defense scored, which is hilarious.
Yep.
So yeah, that was a great night. I hate UF football, and I'm glad they lost. So yeah,
I'm indifferent to UF. I don't hate you guys, but I am happy that we won. It's different than saying I'm glad that they lost. But I'm happy we won. So
yeah, I'm happy we won too. All right, NFL.
Oh, the meat and potatoes.
I think it's late enough in the year, so it's December. I'm going to do my playoff predictions as far as who's going to make it. And then we can do our picks for the week, which I know is your favorite part of the sports. All right, so the Patriots lost, so that means the only undefeated team is this team called the Carolina Panthers that I'm fond of, and I'm happy about that.
Oh, are you fond of them? I had no idea.
So in the AFC, I have the Patriots, number 1 seed, because they're the best team still.
You think?
I have the Broncos as the number 2 seed, Bengals as the 3 seed, Colts as the 4 seed, Steelers as the 5 seed, and Chiefs as the 6 seed.
What is the Chiefs' record, man?
6-5, and they started 1-5.
Okay,
so they've won 5 in a row.
Wow,
So
that's actually kind of impressive.
They're a lot better. And the thing about the thing about the AFC though is there's all the same teams make the playoffs every year. Recently, there's like no parity in that. Like,
Patriots lost though just recently.
Well, yeah, you can lose a game though. Unlike college, like it's just about getting into the playoffs.
Yeah.
NFC Panthers 1 seed, Cardinals 2 seed.
Okay.
Packers 3 seed.
Packers.
Giants 4 seed. Vikings 5 seed. Seahawks 6 seed.
Seahawks.
And
they're not very good, are they?
Seahawks are. They're going to heat up. They're going to be good. They're going to make the playoffs.
Oh,
I think.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the NFL. A lot of teams are still in it. Pretty much every team, just based on how many teams are. Mm-hmm. Because there's like 4 or 5 really good teams, and then the rest of the league.
Yeah,
which is very unique to
the Bears.
The Bears, the Bears have a chance to make the playoffs, but they just started so bad that
we just start poorly. We'll probably squander our chances for a playoff. I think we will. We don't do well under pressure.
You have a good coach, I'll tell you that. He used to coach the Panthers.
Yeah, he's great.
All right, so looking at the schedule, tonight, Green Bay at Detroit. Are you posting this tomorrow or when?
I don't even know. I'm going to try to post it tomorrow.
If you post tomorrow, then this game will be over, but we're picking it now. I'm going to go with Green Bay to win in Detroit, even though you're supposed to make the picks first. So.
I was actually going to say Green Bay.
Okay, I trust you.
I know, I know the Packers have been
They're bound to win. There's no way the Lions sweep them. Well, there is a way, but I'm picking Green Bay.
Detroit.
Houston at Buffalo. And if you want to know their record, I can tell you.
Okay, the Houston Texans at the Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Actually, I'm gonna say the cities, and then you have to say the names.
It's fun. Okay. I'm gonna say that the Texans win.
Texans are playing really well. They've allowed 2 touchdowns in the last 4 games, but I think Buffalo wins at home in a game that they need. So I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills.
All right, I'm gonna go for the upset.
San Francisco at Chicago.
Oh. Well, I got to go with my boy Chicago. I think the Bears are going to, you know what, it's in Bear
What's
territory.
What's the San Francisco team? I'm just
49ers.
I want to see how many you get.
49ers.
Okay, yeah.
I think they're in Bears territory.
Yep, Soldier Field.
49ers can't compete with an animal like the Bears. We won Thanksgiving. We won it. No one cared about the other games because we were on.
I'm going to go with the Bears simply because I think the Niners are the least talented team, maybe other than Tennessee, in the entire league. Half their team retired or quit or traded or got hurt. So I think Chicago should have no problem with this game. Cincinnati at Cleveland.
All right, so we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to say the Bengals win. Is this even a question?
It shouldn't be a question, but that's the thing about the NFL. It's close. I wish Johnny Manziel could play. He's the guy that does all the stuff in parties. Do you know him?
Yeah, we've met a few times.
He's a good guy. He was given the chance to start because he's a first-round pick this year or last year, and he gave a chance to start this year. But he partied over the bye week, and there was a video released, and he lied about it, and now he's benched again. Kid needs to grow up.
Manziel, get your head out of the gutter, sir.
So with that said, Cleveland's one of the worst teams in the league. Bengals should win.
Yeah.
Baltimore at Miami.
Ooh,
Matchup
Baltimore,
of two underperforming AFC
Ravens
teams.
at Miami Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say the Dolphins win, and here's why. Because they're at home and they're both underperforming, and they have yes.
I think Dolphins will win too. I think if Joe Flacco was healthy, I think the Ravens would win. But I think just based on, it's not even like a tribute to Miami because Miami's not very good right now, but I think they're going to win at home. It's honestly, I'm sorry to my friends that are Dolphins fans, but this is just an irrelevant game in the league, honestly.
Chris, you hear that? You don't mean anything.
But I think Miami needs to, every game matters because you're seeing who's, balling out when it doesn't matter, who's, technically it does, I mean, they're in the playoff picture, but like seeing players that ball out now when it doesn't matter, that's how you want to keep them like for next year.
Yep.
So Seattle at Minnesota.
Seattle Seahawks at Minnesota Vikings.
Got it. 100% so far.
Thank you. I'm gonna go with I was gonna say Vikings, but I'm gonna change it to Seahawks because you're saying that you think they might heat up and do some damage. So I'm gonna they have the blue and green jerseys, right? They played in the Super Bowl last year,
2 years in a row.
Yeah. So you know what? Let's give it to them. Why not?
This is the best game of the week.
Of the year.
I'm going to say Seattle wins as well.
Hey.
I think it's a game that Minnesota should win.
Can you stop looking at my notes?
But
Jesus. Stop it.
It's just a game that I think Seattle, they're on a roll. I think they'll win.
Yeah.
New York at New York.
Okay, so New York Giants. New York at New York? What is
They're
this?
They're playing each other. They share a stadium, actually.
New York Giants and the...
you know this. Who's our number one viewer?
Raul.
Who's his favorite team?
Oh, the Jets?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they were New York Jets.
You didn't know that?
No.
What did you think they were?
I don't know. I always just call them the Jets. I've never even thought
Guess what
to consider
state this game's
what
being played in?
New York.
New Jersey.
Oh,
that's where the stadium is.
Oh,
Doesn't that suck? That annoys me.
what's wrong with you guys? I'm going with the Jets. Oh wait, I'm choosing between Raul and Michael. You know what, Mike? You're not watching the show. And if you are, you would text me right now and saying, I am watching the show. But Raul, you're watching the show, and you're going to text me saying you're watching the show. I'm choosing the Jets. Mike, go home.
If it's Raul versus Mike, I'm taking Mike because I think this is the type of game that the Giants win just irrationally.
Hey, that's fine.
That's the Giants for you.
It's fine, Raul. I got your back.
They're not very good, but then they'll come out and win a game. So I think they're going to win this game.
Oh, you think Eli can do it? You think Eli can do it?
He's better than quarterback the Jets have.
What's his name?
Ryan Fitzpatrick. Went to Harvard.
I don't know him, so...
Arizona at St. Louis.
Arizona Cardinals at St. Louis Cardinals.
I knew you were going to say that.
Arizona, I don't know.
Cardinals at St. Louis Rams.
Rams. That's the one. I'm going to say that both of them are eluding me, so I'm thinking that they're both pretty bad teams. I'm going to say that St. Louis wins.
Okay. I thought about taking St. Louis in an upset here, but the fact that St. Louis already beat Arizona, I think it's hard to sweep a divisional opponent. So I'm going to go with Arizona, especially because Arizona is really good.
It's fine. You like their tea, don't you?
I love their tea, raspberry tea.
Hey, Arizona Tea, come on the show. We need a sponsor.
Atlanta at Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I think so too. Oh, you're just saying.
No, I was going to say I think
Who's Atlanta?
I wish you didn't.
You know this.
Atlanta.
It's a bird.
Falcons.
Yep. You're taking Tampa? Mm-hmm. I'm taking Tampa too. I think Atlanta's reeling and Jameis is playing well.
Jameis.
Especially at home.
Jameis.
I think they got this,
Jameis
honestly.
Winston. Jameis.
In the worst game of the week, Jacksonville at Tennessee.
Jacksonville Jaguars at the Tennessee Titans.
Yep.
God, I'm going to go with the Jaguars because the Titans are so bad. They
are bad. With that said, though, I'm going to go with the Titans.
Okay, well,
I think they're due for a win, and I think there's really no rationality in this game. It's just who plays better between the bad teams.
You see what this is? It's a plate of poo.
Yeah,
you're going to eat it. You're going to eat all of it.
You could flip a coin, and this game's, it's what it is. Kansas City at Oakland.
Kansas City Chiefs at Oakland Raiders. I'm gonna say that the Chiefs win. Even though the Raiders they've done some stuff.
I'm going to go Raiders in this one. I think Kansas City's hot, but I think Derek Carr throws maybe 3 touchdowns and gets the win for the Raiders.
Okay, well, you can think that.
Thank you.
I don't think that.
Denver at San Diego.
Denver. Yep, Denver. Broncos at, what was the other one?
San Diego
Chargers. I'm going to say that the Broncos win. And my reasoning is they're better.
Yeah, honestly, that you can't really put it any other way. San Diego has upset potential, but I think Denver wins the game.
Yeah.
Carolina at New Orleans.
I think this is kind of easy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's Panthers versus Saints, and I mean, you'd be an idiot not to choose the Saints. Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers are winning.
Panthers are probably going to obliterate the Saints.
Knock on wood. I'll just say it should be close because it's a divisional game. Because a couple months ago I said that when we played the Bucks and we killed them. So I'm just going to say that.
Okay.
But I mean, honestly, we should blow them out. Philadelphia at New England.
Ooh, Philadelphia Eagles at New England Patriots. I'm going to say that the Patriots win, and I have a good reason why. They lost this week. I think
I like that.
I think they're. I think Tom Brady. He was on a mission. I think he's still on a mission. I think he's gonna pull himself back together and be like, we're gonna beat these people.
This game should not be close. I would venture to say this is going to be the biggest blowout of the week. New England 45, Philadelphia 17.
Okay.
Indianapolis at Pittsburgh in the night game. It's a good game.
Pittsburgh Steelers, Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to say Steelers win, even though every bone in my body hurts saying that, because I had a teacher in middle school that liked the Steelers.
Yeah. He's a dick.
Pennsylvania.
Don't come on the show.
I shouldn't have said his name. Maybe he could watch this. You aren't a dick. Kyle said that. I didn't say that.
Steelers win at home. Simple. I think without luck, the Colts are undefeated somehow, but I think Pittsburgh coming off...
Wait, they're undefeated?
No, undefeated without luck.
Oh.
Coming off a loss, Pittsburgh should win here at home. And then Monday night, Dallas, Washington. So
we have the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty solid stuff right there. I'm going to go with my boys, the Cowboys.
I'm going to go Redskins because Tony Romo's not playing. And if Tony Romo was playing, I think the Cowboys would have won. But I think the Redskins, neither team's very good. But I think the Redskins pull out a win at home Monday night.
Really?
Yep.
Really? You're going to stick with that?
Got it. Lock it down. So that's what we got for sports?
Yeah?
Yep.
That's it? No
Super Bowl prediction, by
basketball?
the way.
Oh, do you?
Now, basketball, it's early. Warriors are way better than everyone else. That's all I have to report.
Warriors. Sorry, Raul. No basketball. Not this time.
Yeah, Warriors are the clear-cut team to beat. LeBron's still the best. Well, LeBron and Curry are the best players.
Who's the guy that...
January, we'll talk more about basketball.
Who's the guy that retired? Someone retired this week.
Yeah, Kobe retired. That's a good point. Yeah, Kobe, cocky and arrogant, but you were great at one point. So
our thoughts go with Kobe and his family.
He's not dead. He's retired. Super Bowl prediction. I'm going Panthers versus Patriots.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm going to go with my fantasy prediction. Bears versus Bears. Bears win everything. But let's say it is Panthers versus Patriots, I think that'd be a very interesting game.
Be a great game.
I honestly, I'm not going to even lie. I don't know who would win.
I think it'd be toss-up.
Yeah.
You got Brady and his experience, but you got Panthers who I think might be a little bit better. So that would be exciting. So
yeah, you know who else is not good? Just Chris Ewell. Chris Ewell lost this week, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, is that it?
That's it for December.
Well, hey, so this is going to be probably our last show of 2015.
It's been nice.
Yeah, well, listen, next month's going to be a little late. Raul. Listen, Raul, you text me one more time and I'm going to cut off that little finger of yours. And you can't text again. You can't text with 4 fingers. Do the math. Listen, this is our last show of 2015. And it's our 4th show, so we haven't really done this a lot, but, this is getting there. Next show will be in 2016, probably syllabus week, which is...
Sounds good.
It's a good week to do it. It's very laid back. There'll be some news. And before I forget, Star Wars is coming out. Star Wars is coming out. What's today, the 3rd?
Yeah.
15 days. 15 days. You think I'm going to talk about it? Next month, you prepare yourself. I am going to talk about it. Kyle, I am going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Star Wars next time. Isn't that insane? It's insane.
I think as a closing of this podcast, we should just mention what happened Saturday night one more time. Florida State 27 to UF.
Well, I'm not even going to say 2. Did you see on Yik Yak? It was like... what time was it? It was like 3.
I don't have Yik Yak right now.
Really?
I had to clear my phone. Yeah.
I want to say it was like 3 or not 3. It was 1:37. No, it was 1:33. It was 1:33. The time was 1:33.
Oh, AM?
No, PM. And someone on Yik Yak was like, "Hey guys, it's 27 to 2."
Before the game?
No, after. Like that's like the joke. Like,
oh, okay, yeah, that's awesome.
That's clever.
Love it.
I love it. Yik Yak.
All right, well, thanks for watching.
Have a very safe holiday. Have a safe Star Wars watching. Have a safe viewing of sports. And we'll catch you in the next...
See you next year.
Year.
Go Knowles.